It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Fuller's and it's a bottle of their bottle conditioned Imperial Porter. It's a limited edition beer coming in at 10% ABV. It looks very special, doesn't it? Doesn't that look special in that bottle? That kind of blue, that navy kind of, is it navy blue? Let's get it out. Oh, look at this. I tell you what I do with these Fuller's when they were an independent brew. This may have been an independent, one of the last independent brewery beers they produced maybe. It goes off, I'm laughing because it's 2020, the year 2020. This beer goes off on the 31st of December 2029, 9 years time. Look at that. So these stickers, limited edition, it just says limited edition. It's a real shame. They used to say, I don't know if you can see, let me try and, right here I've got some of the Fuller's Brewers Reserve and up there as well. It used to give the number of the beer, what beer it was. There was a lot of information on these paper necks, but this just says limited edition, which is a bit of a shame. It's a little bit of a shame, but you know, that doesn't matter too much, does it? It's not a name, it's not a bottle that's got a number either. Some of the bottles are like bottle number 5,000 or, you know, that sort of thing. I tell you what I could do. I could write on the back with a pen, it was Fuller's Imperial Porter, and I could stick it up there anyway. And if somebody pulls it off in 50 years time, they can see that it was Fuller's Brewery's Imperial Porter. Black bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Many thanks to Scott Woolger, for sending me the beer. Sent us some really good stuff over the last month or so from Marston's and now Fuller's. Thank you, Scott. Here we go. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening, beer in the glass. This is my own Fuller's glass I'm going to use today. Ooh. The colour of the beer, I looked at the colour of the beer straight away. It's got a beautiful 2-finger tan coloured head. And have a look at the carbonation around the back here. Look at that slow moving carbonation. Look at that beautiful small bubbles. The glass is old, is battered. I've used it for years and years and years. So excuse all of the marks and bumps and scratches. Look at that around the back here. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. So I'm going to be perfectly honest. As soon as I started pouring the beer, the liquid looked really light. You can see the bottom of the glass. It's like how a mild would be, like a dark mild. But then again, porters are different to stouts. They're not a porter. In this day and age anyway, is a lighter version. It's not quite up there with the stout. It's a lighter version of the stout. But then again, it is imperial strength, so maybe all of that has been blown out of the water. Is it bottle conditioned? Yes, it is bottle conditioned, they did say. The clarity, yes, definitely a clear beer. Let's get the aroma. yeah, all those initial concerns about the colour of the beer, the quality of that carbonation and the quality of the aroma just blows all that away. There's a bit of raisin, bit of fig, bit of prune, chocolate, coffee, caramel. A real richness to the beer. Kind of a slightly nettily hop character coming through. Oh, let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, wow. Where do I start with this? I know, Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a complex beer. What a complex beer this is. Just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Where do I start? I'm going to start with the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is incredibly... It's got incredible depth to it. I'm going to very quickly go back again over what I said earlier on, but when I was pouring it, it was an initial concern, a real concern when I started pouring. It was that kind of, it wasn't a black liquid, but it was pouring like a mile. But again, at every stage of my concern, it's all been blown away. It's the look, the aroma, the taste, the way the carbonation was wrapping around the glass, and just incredible body. Good, solid. The beer sticks to the inside of the palate, on the inside of the mouth, stays there for a while. That releases flavour of nettle, berry, chocolate, coffee, caramel flavours, plums and figs and prunes, and yeah, barrel. I'm sure I'm picking up a woodiness as well. Well, it's like it's been barrel aged in like a Jack Daniels or a Cointreau barrel or something, you know, like a rum or a whiskey or something spirity that was once in a barrel, and they put this beer in a barrel. I don't know. I've not read the back of the box. Perhaps they have, but they would have said. I'm sure they would have said if they barrel conditioned it. I'm sure they would have said conditioned in a barrel or cask conditioned in a cask. It's vanilla, raisin, plums, figs, prunes, chocolate, coffee, caramel from the roasted malt. This beer in my hand is the reason why we still run this YouTube channel. It's the reason why we continue. Is when we get a top quality beer like this, it gives you that drive, it gives you that kick up the backside, if you like, the momentum, the will to want to carry on with it all. It just drives you forward. After reviewing something like 5,500 beers on YouTube, you can I mean, a normal, sane person, you could understand the situation that I sometimes find myself in, where I go, have I done enough now? Have I had enough of this? Have I drank enough beer for my lifetime? And it's beers like this that make you go, no, there's still more out there. There's still more smiles to be had. There's still more great beer to be drunk. And more importantly, there's still more great beer to share with you guys there. It's fabulous. That is a fabulous. It's like it's got like a lactosey theme going on to it. It's like they put some lactose in it just to kind of like wrap it around your palate. It's, as I rock the beer back and forth, look at this, the quality of that, the lacing, it's beautiful. And again, I'm going to go back. The brewers have logs. I've been to these breweries. They have brewers' logs where every beer gets logged down in a giant book. I've been to Shepherd Neame and they've shown me this brewer's log. I'm in the brewer's log somewhere because I brewed a beer with Shepherd Neame, a ginger porter about 9 years ago. And they got this depth of knowledge, even if they're the next generation of brewer. They have this knowledge of, let's go back maybe to what we did in 1950 or 1940. Let's mix a little bit of this porter we brewed in 1940 with a bit of this porter we may have brewed in 1950, and let's do a bit of this and a bit of that, and they have that knowledge. It's there. It's right there in front of them. And long may it continue. Long may it continue. I'm going to rate it. But very quickly first, because I'm intrigued if it is a barrel-aged beer. Inspired by London's most famous beer style, of course, the London Porter was a man who had a trolley, and he used to run round the streets of London, and when he got a bit tired and knackered, somebody would give him a porter beer and he would drink it and off he'd go again. It was a beer that gave you some strength. That was the style of the beer. Inspired by London's most famous beer style, Fuller's Imperial Porter is an imperial strength take on this 19th century favourite. With a complex malt makeup, the beer offers the smoky mocha flavours of our classic London Porter. The addition of black treacle to the brew brings with it a sumptuous layer of velvety caramel, which nicely offsets the hot bitterness. This limited edition beer is brewed to mature, with its flavours developing over time. Bottle conditioned, a natural sediment will form, so store upright and pour carefully. Amazing. So it wasn't bottle conditioned. It was the fact that they put a bit of treacle, or I knew there was something in there. I couldn't pull treacle, but I'm not Superman. I've never claimed to be Superman. But after reading it and tasting it, yeah, it all makes sense. Pardon me. Fuller's Imperial Porter, one of the best beers I've ever had from Fuller's, if I'm perfectly honest. Just a terrific example of a beer. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!